Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Lim Nakron. Okay, just want to share with you some of the top stories that we're following, starting with the road closure. And this actually just closed a short time ago. This is in Cobb County. And this is definitely going to impact commuters now for a long period of time. We just want to let you know about this. So it is a major road. It's going to be several weeks that GDOT is closing South Cobb Drive, which is in Marietta. That just began really right now. 10 a.m. is when they scheduled to have it closed down. And this closure is from Fairground Street to just past Cobb Parkway. Bad weather is really playing for this closure. Construction crews say that they need to replace a culvert that was damaged during heavy rain just a few weeks ago. The culvert is near the Dobbins Air Force Base. So this project, again, it's going to last a while. It's going to last up to 8 weeks. It's expected to be completed by May. Expected to, but you know how construction goes, so we'll have to monitor that. GDOT says to follow posted detour signs while the closure's in place. So here's how to get around it. And I want to just direct you to our website, atlantanewsfirst.com, because you're going to want to, note all of this and look at how you can, navigate all this. But if you look on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com, or you can download our free app, we actually have the details, and you can actually. I apologize. I'm having trouble getting the screen up while I talk to you. But I can tell you that GDOT is recommending drivers use Cobb Parkway, South Marietta Parkway, Fairground Street as alternatives. So that's something that you just want to be aware of. Okay, I also want to let you know about this cybersecurity summit happening today. This is really interesting because it is election season. Voters have obviously some very big decisions to make in just a matter of months here. And there is a really big focus now on how to protect political candidates and their campaigns from hackers. Atlanta News First reporter Rebecca Schramm tells us Google is hosting this cybersecurity summit in Midtown Atlanta. Let's listen.
So many political campaigns are about to pop up, from school board to city council to state and federal races. Many of their campaigns will be digital, and there will be opponents who want to hack them. Well, this is the subject of a summit hosted today here at Google's campus on West Peachtree Street. It is a cybersecurity summit that they're calling Protecting High-Risk Users. It's hosted by Google and a group called Defending Digital Campaigns, which touts itself as a nonpartisan, non-aligned nonprofit that provides free cybersecurity resources to U.S. political candidates. The summit will feature insights from industry experts on the threats and vulnerabilities that political campaigns face. This comes as the Georgia Senate just yesterday advanced a bill that would make it a crime to use deep-fake computer-generated versions of politicians to deceive voters. So we're going to be watching to see if that bill gets final passage. We'll be listening in to the summit today, and we will have updates for you throughout the day. In Midtown, Rebecca Schramm, Atlanta News First. News First.
And thanks to Rebecca for that report. Okay, now I want to let you know as well that the YSL trial is resuming today. This comes after a few hiccups over the last several weeks in testimony in this YSL trial. You know, it's kind of been on and off now for several weeks. Well, today, let me actually show you a live look. Apologize because I apologize. I'm just having a little bit of trouble getting you a live look inside the courtroom. But at any rate, we are expecting to hear from a former witness, Adrian Bean, taking the stand once again. He most recently testified on Friday. Just a few weeks ago, he actually told attorneys that he had a hard time remembering anything about a robbery that allegedly involved rapper Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Williams, who, of course, is accused of co-founding the alleged criminal street gang. So defense attorneys, obviously, they've been maintaining that YSL is not a gang at all. It's just the name of a record label, a Young Stoner Life. And, so this is continuing on, the prosecution continuing to build their case that, in fact, it is a criminal street gang and that these alleged crimes, or what they say are crimes, happened were committed in furtherance of this criminal enterprise. So we're going to keep following that. Also, just want to let you there's a cat on the video, which is a nice touch, but do want to let you know that I have a legal expert, a trial attorney,
Monday, Atlanta City Council
joining me a little bit later on today to break down the YSL trial with us, and he's going to join us for our 1 p.m. live stream. And he's a great guest on this because he actually represented a client on that case, one of the defendants in that case, and had those charges dropped. But he knows this case in and out. Okay, I want to also just let you know about this initiative to really help homeless people here in the city of Atlanta in particular. So the same group. Let me just change the graphics here, apologize. The same group that built homes out of shipping containers here in Atlanta just granted millions of extra dollars. And Atlanta City Council is now taking its next step to help this nonprofit get people off the streets. Bridget Spencer has more.
Monday, Atlanta City Council voted yes to an extra $3 million for the idea of rapid housing.
Rapid housing is moving someone into a housing opportunity, whether that be an extended stay or into one of the trailers, so we can get them off the street.
It can also be called bridge housing. There, individuals could be connected to resources to help them get on their feet permanently.
When we see an investment like that $3 million into bridge housing for people, we know how critical that is.
City Council gave it the green light, but it's still not known exactly how the nonprofit Partners for Home plans to use the money. That group opened a shipping container community a couple months ago, and they've hit the ground running.
You do need a wraparound approach because, people didn't become, 9 times out of 10, they didn't become homeless or unhoused by accident.
Terry Tucker is CEO at Frontline Response. Now, they work closely with Partners for Home.
We've had people come into our warming center with no place to live, but had a job offer to be an engineer. And all they needed was a bus ticket to get to the job.
Councilmember Michael Julian Bond says there's still much work left to be done, but rapid housing is helping people.
You want to make sure that you're providing people with the resources they need to become stable and that they have shoulders that they can lean on until they can fully stand on their own.
Thanks to Bridget Spencer for that report. Okay, I have popped up, what do you call it? This is a weather radar. First alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazi. I don't even know the lingo for it. What is this? What are we looking at?
This is one of our long-range forecast models. So for anyone looking ahead to Friday, it does look like it's going to be a fairly rainy day. So just be sure you are preparing for that. Let me set myself up here. I have to get a little box. Sorry, if you heard my voice just trail off, it's because I needed to grab my box. I'm 5'1" every day of the week, everybody. So it's, a little tough to get around sometimes. All right, so we are going to talk about the weather because, yes, what you're looking at is a look at what we are going to experience on Friday. Sorry, just trying to get myself back together here, but let's talk about it, shall we? That's our next First Alert weather day is Friday because of widespread rain, and not only rain, but a chilly rain. So spring, not necessarily going to start out wonderful for the first full week of it. We'll talk about that in more detail coming up here in just a minute. In the meantime, today, yes, the first day of spring. Now, spring doesn't officially start until later tonight, so technically these are the last few hours of winter, and it is going to feel winter-like today. We'll stay in the 40s through about 11 o'clock this morning, so for the next hour or so. And then today, we'll see a lot of sunshine. It'll be a really pleasant day, still on the chilly side, so you're going to need the jacket all day long, with temperatures topping out in the mid to upper 50s near 60. It'll be slightly breezy as well, just something to keep in mind. Now, overnight tonight, lows are going to drop into the upper 30s to low 40s, so it will be a cold start to tomorrow. You will need the winter coat tomorrow morning yet again as you step out the door. And tomorrow's going to be a great-looking day. We'll see a lot of sunshine, and temperatures will top out in the low 70s. It's going to be a nice day. A chilly morning, but the afternoon will be super pleasant. Now, as we go through the next several days, the good news is this. We're not going to see any more below freezing mornings. Chilly, yes, but nothing at the freezing mark. That's the good news. We'll wake up again near 40 tomorrow, and then that gradually warms through the rest of the week. And as we head into the weekend and start of next week, expect temperatures to be back in the low 40s for the morning. So you'll need the coat a couple of times over the next several days, and we'll be sure to give you that heads up the day before. But just know that you'll want to keep those coats on standby because while we're not going to go below freezing anymore, we'll still have some pretty cold mornings over the next several. Now, the afternoons look great the next couple of days. Wednesday, sunshine in 70s. Thursday, you'll notice mostly cloudy skies in 70s. But then notice that drop in temperatures on Friday. Remember, that's our First Alert weather day for the widespread chilly rain that will be in the forecast. So temperatures only staying in the 50s on Friday. And then we'll go back in the 60s through the weekend. Saturday, definitely up in the air. We have quite the uncertain forecast as we head into the second half of the week. It's all dependent on a low, and we're going to talk about that here with Futurecast. There's going to be a low that develops in the Gulf, and until that develops, models are going to struggle on the timing and placement of it, because if models don't know where to start, how are they going to know where the finish line is, right? So clouds will build Thursday. For now, this model is the GFS model, the American model, and this model has been pretty consistent with the rain. I'm actually going to bring this full screen so you can see it a little better. This model's been really consistent with the timing and placement of this low, thinking that it'll kind of go south of us and bring rain potentially as early as Friday morning. Again, this is our first alert weather day. We're giving you the heads up that you'll need to prepare just a little differently for Friday, with, again, that shower chance starting Friday morning, and it could continue all the way into the evening, maybe even into Saturday morning. So it all depends on how quickly this low moves out, how much the pressure in that low drops, and also how far north it goes. So we have one model, the European model, that thinks we are going to have quite the rainy Saturday. This model thinks that we'll have a showery start to Saturday with skies clearing through the afternoon. Not completely clearing. While the rain will go away, it still looks like it'll be a mostly cloudy day on Saturday and cool, because look at a cold front's going to be trailing right behind it. That will push in on Sunday. So with the rain from Friday and then continuing into Saturday morning, that won't allow temperatures to cool or warm all that much on Saturday. That front moves in quickly behind, and that will keep temperatures from going back into the 70s for Sunday and Monday. Sunday will look nice. We'll have a lot of sunshine and upper 60s, but not going to be quite as warm as originally anticipated because of that front moving in behind that weather system. But Sunday looks dry. Rainfall total-wise, about 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches of rain possible, so not necessarily worried about flash flooding, but if you live in a flood-prone area or you're driving around on Friday, some ponding in the roadway is definitely possible. Here's like your 7-day forecast. So today, a cool day, but a lot of sunshine. We'll go back in the 70s tomorrow. It'll be a really nice day after a cold start. And then we'll be mostly cloudy Thursday ahead of our first alert weather day Friday for the widespread chilly rain with temperatures only in the 50s. Some of that rain, again, could linger into Saturday. We'll be watching Saturday very carefully because there is the potential for Saturday to be a little bit rainier than what we're thinking right now. But right now it looks like chance for showers in the morning with gradual clearing through the day, mostly cloudy and low 60s and breezy. So of the weekend, Sunday is the better day to get out and enjoy because there'll be a lot of sunshine. It'll be more mild, still a little on the breezy side, but not quite as windy as Saturday. And then we'll kick off next week a little cooler. Again, we'll have that front move in over the weekend as well. So that will drop temperatures into the 60s, low 60s on Monday with mostly cloudy skies. So quite a bit to talk about over the next several days. Spring, for the most part, the first week of spring ringing in below average. But we'll hope that Georgia can figure out what season we're in and warm back up, back into the more pleasant spring weather that we all have been waiting for as we head into next week, something we'll be keeping an eye on. But again, make sure that you have Friday circled on your calendar as it looks like it's going to be a pretty chilly and rainy day. Thanks so much for spending some time with us this morning for your news and weather here on Atlanta News First Plus. Be sure to have that First Alert Weather app downloaded because if any changes do occur, you'll know right on that app. And I hope you make it a great day. I was going to do the lower third, but it was still yesterday's, so I did not.